Hello and welcome to News Extra. Coming up, Tony Blair faces a walkout by some delegates at his last ever appearance as Prime Minister at the annual Trade Union Conference here in Britain. Union members called for him to go. We'll be live at that conference to find out more. But first, with President Bush predicting a long battle ahead in his war on terror, what's it like to be one of the 5 million Muslims who lives in the States? Many say they've become victims of the terror attacks, suffering abuse, suspicion and discrimination. Others are trying to build bridges with their fellow Americans to create a better understanding. Our correspondent John Kay has been to hear the views of Muslims in Las Vegas, which is the fastest growing Muslim community in America.
A call to prayer in the city of sin. In Las Vegas, faith and vice are side by side under a neon sky. Hussein Hassan is a taxi driver, but tonight he's not looking for passengers. He's looking for a place to stop and worship. He says since 9/11, praying on the street like he used to has become impossible.
People, they just hate Muslim.
Hussein says he suffers abuse and suspicion on a daily basis. So now he's planning to go back to war-torn Somalia rather than staying here.
Right now it's difficult. Future, the God knows what's going to happen. But right now it's difficult to be Muslim and living in America. But one day I hope it's going to be better.
It's surprising that a city that's known all over the world for its drinking, its gambling, its cavorting, is attracting so many Muslim residents. But Las Vegas is the fastest growing city anywhere in the United States. And away from the Strip, there are jobs to be had and a lot of money to be made.
So these houses here, they're what, 2 bedrooms?
No, 3 to 5 bedrooms for the most part.
Out in the suburbs, we meet Usman Malik, born in Pakistan, now a real estate agent in Vegas. He tells me since 9/11 he's been questioned by the FBI several times, and so have all his Muslim friends. He's convinced his phone is bugged, even though he describes himself as a proud American.
I mean, if they have some solid evidence, concrete evidence, they can come and talk to us. And I don't think any Muslim will have a problem discussing any issue with them. But I think random fishing expeditions by the FBI, I don't know how far it's gotten them, other than just agitate the Muslim community at large.
Attendance at the Las Vegas mosques has risen sharply since 9/11. Many here are angry about the way they're portrayed in the media, about America's actions in Afghanistan and Iraq. But community leaders insist there is no sympathy for Al-Qaeda. The Manib family say they feel more American now than they did before 9/11. Ahmed was so incensed by the attacks, he applied to join the FBI.
The first day the airport opened after 9/11, I went in there wearing my traditional Islamic clothes with the U.S. flag taped to my hat, you know, to show that, to me, there's no dichotomy between being a Muslim and being an American.
Back on the Strip, taxi driver Hussein has found a spot where he can worship. For his first 10 years in America, he says he felt like he belonged here. Now he prays that he'll be accepted again. John Kay, BBC News, Las Vegas.
In our Washington studio is Arsalan Iftikhar, National Legal Director for the Council on American Islamic Relations, who joins us now. Welcome, Mr. Iftikhar. How would you describe the effect of Washington's war on terror on America's many Muslims?
Well, I think that if you look at many of the post-9/11 federal and law enforcement initiatives undertaken by the Bush administration and the FBI, anyone would be hard-pressed to say that it has not had a disparate impact on the American Muslim community of nearly 7 million people. You know, before 9/11, American Muslims were contributing part of the social fabric of America, and unfortunately after 9/11, it seems as though American Muslims are guilty until proven innocent, until, you know, aside from the fact that the American adage is that you are innocent until proven guilty.
And we heard about the experiences of some Muslims in Las Vegas in that report just now. To what extent do you think Muslims have been able to challenge the way in which they've been treated successfully and to challenge their perception as being guilty in some way simply for being?
Well, I think that, you know, before 9/11, many Americans didn't know anything about Islam or Muslims. I think that after 9/11, the one silver lining that we have seen is that Americans are genuinely curious about Islam and Muslims, and therefore the level of education regarding Muslims and Islam has grown dramatically since 9/11. We, the American Muslim community, have held scores of interfaith events, dialogues, and cultural symposia, and also, and more importantly, have reached out to federal agencies like the Department of Justice, the Department of Homeland Security, and other federal agencies to try and serve as a bridge between the American Muslim community and federal law enforcement agencies. Unfortunately, because of many of the post-9/11 law enforcement initiatives undertaken by the Bush administration, some of these bridges have been burnt, but we are here to make sure that those bridges are rebuilt.
Arsalan Iftikhar, thanks so much for joining us.